and welcome to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, hey boo boo, how you doing? And if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name's Renee and I am an intuitive. I am a psychic medium. All right, clairaudient, all the clairs in the building, okay? So today, if you saw the title of the video, all right, who's going to win the battle? Is it going to be the ego or is it going to be the spirit, okay? So this is in regards to an internal battle we are all collectively going through, okay? So the first card we have is the sun. And the sun, it does represent the ego, right? We have death. Ego death is happening with the collective. So if you feel like you've been having kind of an identity crisis, this is why. Okay, we did have that full moon in Gemini aspecting that Mars retrograde also in the sign of Gemini. So this is where I'm talking about the identity crisis, feeling like you're pulled in between two worlds right now, okay? Do I feed my ego, what it wants, the desires to push forward, or because that's also Mars energy with the Gemini, right? Do I push forward? Which way do I go? Or do I actually listen to my intuition and feed what my soul needs? It's between the wants and desires versus the needs of the spirit. That's what spirit's saying, okay? So also a message coming through is that the shadow has been coming up to the forefront lately. So if you've been feeling like you're having an identity crisis or you popped out of character, or because the shadow, what people don't really understand is that like somebody who is really, really sweet, they could be really, really bitter at the same time because it's the other side of the coin. That's what the shadow represents. Okay, so somebody who is very, very ambitious could be very, very lazy, right? They have both aspects. And this Gemini aspect that's been going on the past couple of days, this is bringing this to the forefront, right? And so you might have felt kind of frazzled. You didn't know which way to go, what to do. And Spirit is saying, this is a time to go within, is what they're telling me, and to not push forward and try to over accomplish or to overly reinvent yourself, okay? This is not the time of reinvention. This is the time to go within, all right? Because we have the brother water followed by the eight of earth, the mountain. This is an internal work. This is the prodigal son coming back to the self, the return to innocence. Because we go through life and, things happen and it's like this false narrative that if we're not accomplishing or being something, then that means that we're not worthy, that we don't have worth. And this is finding an internal worth, right? So if you've battled with feeling like you stepped into the shadow, right? And maybe you kind of, it's like turning on a blind spot. Like you had a blind spot, you didn't see something about yourself and you might have felt bad for it. The Spirit's saying this is the time to learn the lessons through these trials, maybe in your relationships, partnerships, work, whatever it is that you're going through right now. This isn't the time to overly either explain yourself or to overly try to defend your post. This is the time to kind of step back right now because the Spirit is calling, okay? This isn't the time to feed the ego with the, oh, I told you so, or this, that, or the other, right? So yeah, the prodigal son is coming back to the self and shedding the ego. So with that identity crisis, let go of the identity and coming back to the source inside, okay? So we also have the star followed by the four of wind, mastery. And I feel like many of you have been feeling kind of constrained, going through a lot of life lessons, but the lesson's gonna, what Spirit is saying is that the message is gonna be right here. It's not going to be outside of yourself, whether you're watching a lot of videos or things like that, right? These are all helpful, maybe just to see a little bit of where we're at, right? But when it comes down to it, we have to retract our energy, right? And go within and trust the inner guru, all right? That's what Spirit's saying. The star is also ruled by Aquarius, all right? So Aquarius is that inventive energy. So when you go within, decide to face your shadow, face your truth, right? To deal with that ish. This is where you're going to be able to blossom. This is where you're going to have the inspiration once you detach from the outer ruckus and buckus that's going on, right? And at the bottom of the deck, we do have the eight of wind, okay? And it says power shield. So right now, it's almost like a spiritual test that you're kind of going through, is what Spirit's saying. The collective is going through. All right, so which side of the coin are we going to feed into? Are we going to feed that ego or are we going to listen to what our soul needs, right? Sometimes we can get caught up in situations and we could even have the best of intentions, right? But sometimes just because you have best intentions doesn't necessarily mean that that was really for you, right? Like let's say there's somebody that you wanted to help but that person wasn't helping themselves, right? So you get caught up in the cycle of, well, you become a doormat, right? This is the time to address these shadow elements of ourselves, right? Because the empath can quickly turn into the narcissist, where they're overly like, well, I did this for you, right? So this is about looking at both aspects of the self. Okay, so where are my strengths versus where are my weaknesses, and where am I not paying attention? That's the message that's coming through. So let's go ahead and get some oracle cards. Definitely going through, this is an internal reinvention, and it's not going to be something that's necessarily reflected on the outer until it's addressed on the inner. That's what Spirit is saying. So if you've been looking for a breakthrough, a miracle on the outside, or looking for the signs, right now is not the time to be looking for these signs outside of yourself. The signs are in here is what Spirit's telling me, okay? What's going on with the collective, Spirit? What's going on with the collective? Yes, Willow the Wisp, treasures hidden in the shadows. Yes, your power is going to be in going into the shadows, like I was saying, that integration. So think about a really positive aspect of yourself, right? Let's say, for example, what's a good example of a positive attribute? Somebody who is really ambitious, right? Really, really ambitious. Like I said, they could be equally as resentful or lazy or whatever. Like, it's in those aspects. And in integrating the shadow, there is a lesson that is learned, and there is treasure in the darkness, is what Spirit's saying. Full integration, letting go of shame is what I just heard. Yes, hollow bone, teachability. So right now, this is the time to be the student, not necessarily the teacher. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Teachability. Oh, wow. So we have unmarked trail, revelation. Yeah, it's an internal reinvention. And like I said, right now, I think it was the Leo King, he was talking about how with the energies going on right now, he's an astrologer, and he was saying that there's we're in this overly stimulated society we've been going through for like years and years, and with overstimulation, it's like we're always looking for the next thing right outside of ourselves. But this is the time to ground ourselves right here and right now. Who are we? What are our gifts? Where do I need to do some shadow work? This is a time of shadow work, is what Spirit's saying, okay? So unmarked trail, revelation. This is a new chapter, that something you've never really done before. Or maybe it's an aspect of yourself that you've suppressed that's really wanting to come to the surface. And then we have the cosmic womb, the divine feminine. And this card literally talks about a new version of you being birthed, but it can only happen if you let go of the distractions of the world. Okay, the overstimulation or over gratification, the instant gratification. This isn't the time to look for instant gratification, because you're never going to be satisfied with that. That's what Spirit is saying. Okay, I do want to read this cosmic womb for you, because I love this card. It's one of my favorite cards in the deck. Okay, so it's card number 6. It says the cosmic womb is a reminder that you're undergoing a beautiful process of birthing a new self into being. Like I said in the beginning, there is this ego death that's happening with the collective right now. All right, and so yes, I know it feels like you've had that identity crisis. Okay, so you don't know who or what it is yet, but you know it's full of life and love and passion and spirit. It's the perfect expression of you, imbued with love incarnate and ignited by the vital spark received from the divine. If you've had a difficult time in recent memory, feeling dry and stagnant or lost and unsupported, this is changing right now. You will feel newly inspired, as so many ideas will beckon for your attention. Okay? Know that you're safe to explore the expression of your rejuvenated creativity, releasing all judgment. Yes, the prodigal son, like I said earlier, releasing the judgment, right? We are all at one point naive, and we go through life with this naivety, and we have to experience trial and error before we realize, wait, the prodigal son it's time to come home to yourself. That's the message, okay? To the self, to the spirit, and to not have that instant gratification like the prodigal son did in the story, right? Where he went out and he gambled his money and he was reckless, or he was in the world. Okay, he was a part of the world, right? This is retracting your energy from the world, right? And wearing the world loosely on your shoulders. is what I'm hearing, okay? So you are in the most fertile cycle of your life right now. Intuitively keen with heart wide open, mindful that each step in the direction of your dreams and desires is effortlessly supported by all the divine helpers in the unseen realms. Okay? Living by faith and not by sight. Okay? I'm hearing all that's glitter is not gold. Okay? All that's glitter is not gold. Bottom of the deck, we have the whale song, and it says resonating. So right now, it's time to listen to what resonates to your spirit. Even if it's something as simple as listening to music or something. There might be a message that you receive in the song that you're listening to, right? That's helping you to relax, and then you hear a message, you're like, wait, that's clicking with this. And then that's how the synchronicities start to happen, is whenever we first turn inward. Okay, that's a big message for you guys. Tell me more, Spirit. What else is going on with the collective? What do they need to know? Yes, blessed. So we have blessed coming through. This is counting your blessings, letting go of any of the instant gratifications, okay? So we have blessed, we have loyal heart, and let's see, one more. What else, Spirit? Yeah, loyal heart to the inner child. That's what I just heard. Loyal heart to the inner child. Soul retrieval. That's what I'm hearing too. Soul retrieval. Not ego retrieval. Soul retrieval, okay? Yes, message in a bottle. Blessed, loyal heart, and message in a bottle. Alright, so you will be getting these downloads. This loyal heart, it's like Spirit's calling you to have more gratitude with where you are and all the things that you've overcome in your life. Really count those milestones. Stay loyal to yourself is what I'm hearing. And in doing so, in grounding yourself and detaching from the world outside of yourself, you're going to receive downloads. And you'll receive guidance on your next step and who you're becoming. That's what I'm hearing, okay? Bottom of this deck, we have to be fair. So if things have felt out of balance, you retrieving, it's like soul retrieval energy. This is bringing yourself back into equilibrium to no longer exhaust your energy in frivolous things, situations. Take it as it resonates. Everyone's story is going to be different, right? But yeah, you're going to be coming back to yourself. But like I said, it's two sides of the coin. Which one are you going to feed? Who are you going to choose? The red pill or the blue pill kind of thing, right? Like the Matrix. That's the vibe coming through. So let's go ahead and finish off this reading with some advice. So Spirit, what further advice do you have for my collective? Yeah, you're reinventing right now. Yes, look, we have first quarter moon in Libra. Keep your heart open. So keep your heart open. Loyal heart. I know how hard it's been. You might have been really tested during these placements that are going on up above, okay? A Spirit is saying to keep your heart open, stay loyal to yourself, don't abandon yourself, even if you come into, those either darker thoughts or, where you judge yourself or you judge others. Keep your heart soft, don't harden your heart, keep it open, stay loyal. Stay loyal to your growth. That's what I just heard. Stay loyal to your growth. Only feed that which resonates with your spirit, not your ego. Such a big message. All right, speaking of ego, we have full moon in Leo. Go wild. Yes, okay, so many of you might have dealt with shame on some level, is what I just heard. And with the full moon in Leo, what's going to happen as you go within and you integrate your shadow, you're going to be able to express your ego in a healthy way with that Go Wild card, okay, in the full moon in Leo. You'll be able to express your ego in a healthy way where it doesn't run the show. You run it, right? You are in control because you're coming from your heart center. You're coming from your spirit, your true essence, your authenticity. This is where your true authenticity is within. It's not necessarily the ego. The ego will parade around and try to take all the credit or compete or whatever it is, but you returning to the innocence of who you are before the world got its grips on you, okay, boo-boo? Then you'll be able to shine, letting go of the concepts of shame or not enough, right? What further advice do you have for my collective? Ooh, oh, you got two more. Oh, three more. Oh wow. Okay. So we have speak your world into being, first quarter moon in Gemini. Here's some Gemini energy coming through. So what words are you speaking to yourself? Okay. Like I said, have compassion with that shadow attribute of yourself that is nitpicking or is trying to pop off or whatever it is that gets you going, you know what I'm saying? Speak words of love and life into your life. That's what Spirit's saying with that card. And we have honor your feelings, first quarter moon in Pisces. It's about honoring the self. Right now is not the time to cater to anybody else's needs. Although sometimes we do, we have to help others. But right now, this is all about you. Right now, what do you need right now? Okay, honor your feelings. And last quarter moon in Virgo, attend to the details. All right. So, like I said, attend to the inner details. That inner shadow work is what I'm hearing, okay? Honor your feelings. And once you do that and you've integrated that shadow side of yourself, had compassion with it, then you can step and shine your ego a little bit in a more healthy way. That's what Spirit's saying. And you're going to be so surprised of this new version of yourself that you're becoming, okay? So, take care, boo boo. Don't worry about the identity crisis. You're not losing your mind. You're starting to become. You're becoming something new, okay? It takes patience. Rome was not built in a day, okay? So, bottom of the deck, we have last quarter moon in Taurus. Be proud of yourself, period. Be proud of yourself, okay? Don't be hard on yourself, alrighty? This is the collective reading I have for you. If it resonates, feel free to like, share, subscribe. Okay, hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on the collective readings. And I just send you all of my love. You have a blessed, wonderful day. Ta ta.